A mom once told me, I don't understand my son. He can play games for 3 straight hours, but he can't start one chemistry worksheet? Then she said something I hear all the time. So I know he can focus. He just won't focus on anything that matters. Her son was sitting nearby. He looked down, then he said quietly, I do care. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do. And his mom pointed at the paper and said, It's right there. Complete questions 1 through 12. That looked like a first step, but it wasn't his first step. To begin question 1, he had to find his notes. He had to remember which notes actually mattered. He had to read a crowded chemistry problem. He had to decide what that question wanted. He had to choose which information mattered. He had to remember which formula might connect it. He had to risk choosing the wrong one. And he had to do all of that before writing anything down. From across the room, he looked like he was doing nothing. Inside his head, he was standing in front of 6 doors with no sign telling him which one opened. So he checked his phone. His mom saw avoidance. He felt relief. For a few seconds, he didn't have to choose. That was the moment everything changed for her. He wasn't waiting for motivation. He was waiting for a way in. Let's go back to the video game. The game gave him a clear goal. It showed him what to do next. It gave him fast feedback and if something didn't work, he could try again. He always knew where to re-enter. The chemistry page gave him 12 problems, a due date, and a blank place to begin. One task had a path, the other had a pile. That doesn't mean the game is good and homework is bad. It means his ability to start changed when the path became easier to see. This is why asking, why aren't you motivated, often sends us in the wrong direction. Motivation can be there. A student may want the grade. They may want their parents to relax. They may want to feel capable again. Oh man. They may even hate that they keep waiting. But wanting the result doesn't automatically create the starting process. Think about a trip. You can care deeply about the destination, but if you're lost, pressing the gas harder doesn't help. You need the first turn. That's what many capable students are missing at homework time. Not intelligence, not dreams, not a lecture about the future. They need a repeatable answer to one small question. What do I do first? For this student, we didn't begin with all 12 problems. We covered 11 of them with a sheet of paper so he could see only the first one. Then I asked, what is this problem asking you to find? He didn't know. So we stopped there. We didn't solve it. We circled the question. Then I asked, what information did they give you? He underlined 2 numbers. Then I asked, what could connect those 2 pieces? He found a formula in his notes. That was enough. Not enough to finish, but enough to enter. The next day, we used the same opening. What am I finding? What do I know? What do I have to connect them? At first, I asked the questions. Then we asked them together. Later, he wrote them himself. The work didn't become easier. It became enterable. That difference matters. A huge task says, finish chemistry. A clear entry point says, circle what you're finding. A huge task says, study for the test. A clear entry says, choose one problem you missed yesterday. A huge task says, get caught up. A clear entry says, open the assignment list. Then choose one item. This isn't lowering expectations. The assignment stays the same. We're helping the student find the door. And we aren't trying to create dependence. The parents shouldn't become the starting system forever. The goal is to practice the same opening process until the teen can use it without someone nearby. At first, you may provide the question. Later, you can point to a small written card. Eventually, your teen asks it alone. What am I finding? What do I know? What can I try first? That's how support becomes independence. This is also why more pressure often fails. Pressure can make a student move. A deadline can create enough panic to push them through the first door. But panic doesn't teach how to find that door tomorrow. It teaches them to wait for panic. Then the family repeats the same night with bigger argument and a later bedtime. If that sounds familiar, you haven't failed and your teen isn't broken. You may have been trying to solve a starting problem with a motivation solution. Those aren't the same thing. Inside the chemistry compass, I watch what happens before the chemistry begins. Can the student find a place to enter? Can they shrink a crowded task? Can they name what the problem wants? Can they choose one first move? Can they recover when that move fails? Chemistry gives us a place to practice. Independence is still the goal. I want the student to have a process that works after the tutor leaves, after the parent walks away, and when the test lands on the desk. So tonight, if your teen says, I'll start in 5 minutes, try one different question. Don't ask, why don't you care? Ask, which part feels unclear? Then help them find one visible first move. Not the whole plan, not the answer, just the door. Because your teen may not be waiting for motivation. They may be waiting for a way in. And a way in can be taught. It can be practiced. And it can become theirs. If chemistry has started exposing a struggle you didn't expect, I made a free 20-minute parent training for you. I'll show you why capable students can get stuck and what helps them become more independent. All right, thank you. Have a great day.